So, you want to bag your Vios 4th generation. Hello and welcome to another video, guys. So, okay, ahead of time, sorry. May ginagawa kami special car sa likod. Medyo may maririnig kayong banging noise, grinding noise. So, with that being said, hello. We have a new one here. It's actually a Vios 4th generation that we have in the shop right now. We actually did this as our finale for year 2021. I actually promised that the Montero Gen 2 will be the last. But si Boss Albert, he's actually right in front of us, nagpahabol siya. We have a Vios Gen 4 here. Remember, we have done a Vios Gen 3. I have not lifted up the car yet, so I don't know yung under chassis niya. But we're going to discuss that together. So that's going to be a very interesting discussion or conversation between you and me. Now, this car was released without my final say. Kasi ito ay hinabol nung tayo ay nag-Bagged in Baguio series. So, yeah. The boys were the one who released this. And I'm very impressed that they actually put an effort to surpass my approval. Actually, pagdating ng kotse, yun ang una kong ginawa. I checked the wirings, the controls, the layout. And I'm pretty happy. We're gonna do some road tests later. So, but he already drove the car for a few days. He actually brought the car to Thai Culture, a special meet, secret meet with 5-6 Mafia, etc. And he was able to have fun with the car already. So we're here to final check. And he was the one who broke in the car. Siya yung nag-break in. So tayo naman na mag-final check. Personally me, hahapitan ko lahat para good for bugbugan na siya. With that being said, I expect that the Vios Gen 4 will be very similar sa Vios Gen 3. So anong ating i-expect? McPherson strut sa unahan. Okay? Dependent solid beam axle sa likod or torsion bar. So that's very common for Vios, City, whatever. Kung ano man yung mga economical cars at this price point, they all have the same under chassis. So, as you can see, it's already slammed on the floor, but we'll get to that later. Ngayon, I'm expecting that, yeah, it's going to be an easy platform as all Toyota platforms that we do. And this is actually a good addition to our Toyota platform catalog. So, madami tayong nagagawa ng Toyota. As you can see, puro Toyota halos ang ginagawa natin. Corollas, Camrys, Altis, Vios, FJ Cruisers, Fortuners. So, yun yung pinaka-popular brand here in the Philippines. So, more on that later. If you want to know more about the car, please subscribe to the channel and keep watching. Like and share the video and hit the bell icon for the notification. Strap in your thinking hats because we're actually going to discuss further into the under chassis of the car. And if you have a Vios Gen 4 or you are planning to do air suspension, you've come to the right place. We do discuss technical details beforehand so you already know what you're buying into. So, that being said, we'll see you on the under chassis part of this video right about now. Welcome to the front side of the suspension of the Vios 4th Gen. Okay? Surprisingly, wala tong stub link na konektado sa shocks. That is something na ngayon ko lang nakita. Wala siyang stub link dito. Ang stub link niya nasa lower control arm na. So, we don't have to remove or retighten the stub link kasi there's no stub links on the shock itself. We are mated with actually a McPherson type strut. Okay, paulit-ulit ko sinasabi, McPherson's type struts are rotating shocks or nagpipivot yung shocks niya on the axis, pumipihit siya in Tagalog, ito umiikot. When you turn the steering wheel, that actually rotates on the axis sa taas and that in turn will actually let the hose rotate. So, yun yung kailangan nating iwasan. Kung iikot ito, we have to be wary of the hose itself para hindi siya tamama sa mga kailangan sabitan or mga iiwasan natin. So, okay, I have double-checked the tightening on this. Mahigpit naman yung nating mga camber bolts. And the airbag is actually really spacious. Pretty straightforward, standard economical car layout. Okay, McPherson type strut. Very spacious wheel well at saka strut tower. So, yun yung challenge din. The strut tower should be spacious enough to house the airbag. And it is actually spacious enough. We are using a double bellow slim here. So, it actually holds up pretty well. Performance of this is actually well tested na and I have no complaints. It's not that stiff, not that soft, but perfect siya. So, everything's okay naman. And that's it. Straightforward, nothing else to discuss. Pretty basic layout of the front suspension. And that's what you want for an economical car. Less parts, less things to pay, replace, and everything. And for us builders, spacious. Okay? So wala naman siyang lagutok. Shock mount niya okay. This is a shock mount na rubber type similar to the Vios Gen 1, 2, 3 and Honda City, Jazz City, tsaka kung ano mang mga Honda. Okay? Alright, let's move on to the back. Alright, welcome to the rear suspension of the Toyota Vios. As you can see, you're already mated with our new airbag. This is actually our super slim double bellow bags that are actually used on supercars like the Ferrari. Okay? The Ferrari ni Boss Angie is actually sporting the same bag as the Vios. So if you would like to know, yes, we used a supercar bag on the Vios for purposes that are actually very, very important. So if makikita mo to sa baba, okay, this is as far as I can actually zoom in. If you can actually see this part, yan yung spring cowling. Basically, it protects the spring from falling off. That is actually pinapalo pag naka-standard bellow ka na bag, yung malalaki. So, that being said is very invasive para sa akin. So, we actually use the super slims to counteract that. And in addition to that, nakasentro lang yung bag natin. Pag nakasentro yung bag, you have minimal C action or nagle-letter C kasi yung bag, nagle-letter C siya pa ganun. In this case, ganyan. As you can see, naka-curve ng konti yung bag na ganun. That happens if mag-offset tayo. So that actually minimizes if you center the bag properly and thus having a better play at the suspension. So the super slims are actually very, very useful kasi one, you don't have to acetylene the control arm. Two, it actually just centers the bag. And three, sobrang liit niya na hindi siya sumasabit. So that actually solves a lot of problem. As for damping, okay naman yung ride niya. So, yun yung pinaka-best compromise natin eh. We have to use the super slims to actually, you know, remove that invasive process para mas maganda yung timpla ng ride, yung pagbuo ng bag. Tsaka ito pwede ibalik sa dati. Pwede mo itong salpakan ng bag no matter what happens. Pasok pa rin yung bag dati, ay yung spring dati kasi non-invasive process tayo. Plug and play. So, in addition to that, torsion beam to. Konektado ang ating left side sa right side na suspension. Dependent suspension ang tawag with a divorce layout. Divorce means magkahiwalay. And that will actually be the layout of the Vios. Very similar for all Vios types of the generation. Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, and the 4th generation. Welcome to the outro of this Vios Gen 4. I have not actually seen the under chassis yet, but you have actually seen it with me as well. So, that being said, so we have the Vios Gen 4 here. How was our discussion? I'm pretty sure it's very basic and very, very straightforward in suspension. Yes, we did use a super slim bag sa likod. We use it for Ferraris, supercars, sports cars, may Supra. We actually use this bag specifically because you don't have to do the offsetting, you don't have to do the acetylene torch melting of the bars para lumuwag. Hindi na pinapalo ang suspension sa likod, so that's very good for him. The new generation economical cars that we do will have this type of bag sa likod, so you can go back to stock. With that being said, mamaya na cheche-bureche na yan. Let's start the car and let's race up the car to see the travel na suspension. Yeah, let's race up the car. Front, rear. Okay. So that is the maximum air pressure that we can give the car at this configuration. So let's say that is a 3-finger gap na maluwag, but hindi pa puno yung tangke. So we can actually raise it up even further. So let's try. So while it's charging, so yeah, specs nito, papi. 17 by 7. Offset, 42. Okay, 17 by 7. Offset, 42. He did change the tires sa unahan to 195, 45? 40? 40? Okay, so kung kaya nyo yun, 195, 40. Kung kaya nyo. Pero a good measure would be 195, 45. Kung gusto mo ng medyo safe. Pero yeah, sa likod 205, 45 pa rin ata siya. Pero you can go for 195, that's good. He actually had his rears fender pulled. Sa unahan naman, straight camber pa rin tayo. Goma lang yung lumigtas ng lahat. So, adding more pressure, yeah, we're at 4 fingers na. So, that is the dynamics of the car. You can actually raise the car up really high. And of course, it is in fact on stock suspension. So, ang advantage ng stock suspension, you get a lot of travel for air up. But the disadvantage of stock suspension is that it gets a bit wavy because it's soft. The damping is not adjustable. So, yeah, that being said, let's drop the car. So I'm using the manual switch, okay? It's right on the rocker panel here. All right, so as you can see sa unahan, fender tulip tayo with that 195. We actually gave it around the maximum possible adjustment para mag-fender tulip siya. Pero we kept in mind na we don't want to scrape the axle boot. So makikita nyo naman yon. Nakita nyo na yun kanina. So fender tulip, very nice. May konting poke lang ng bumpers but it's actually okay. Sa likod naman, we are meted with a very, very nice stock. Konting top. And yeah, nagpa-fender pull siya. So, yeah. This is actually one of the, ito na yung pinaka parang daily setup na pwede mong gawin sa Vios Gen 4, 17x7. Vios Gen 4 is pretty straightforward. Very similar to Vios Gen 3. And yeah. So, you want to bag your Vios Gen 4. Here is how. If you have specific questions, give us a call. But most of what you need to know about the Vios Gen 4 is already laid out here. But for now, this is all the time we have to discuss the Vios Gen 4. It doesn't have to be that long. It has to be brief, informative, and you know what to do. If you really want to do air suspension, you're in the right video. Okay? So with that being said, it's been Kyle from Fitment Engineering and you're watching Fitment TV. So you want to bag your Vios Gen 4. Thank you for watching. Okay, like and share the video. Hit the bell icon for the notification. Subscribe to the channel, it really helps. And Happy New Year. It's actually 2021 or 2022 already. This is the first, so you want to bag your car video for this year. The following videos are actually just, from 2021. So, okay, I'll see you in the next episode, guys. And maraming salamat sa inyo pong lahat. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!